and welcome to another episode of I Know My Name is David from beautiful Orange County, California, Mission Viejo. Viejo. I've been learning tons of information on top of what I've already learned as far as getting a bachelor's degree. As I go out every day submitting resumes to local businesses needing a video editor, film editor, whatever you want to call it today, especially with what's going on with HBO Max. But I can't speak about that because I don't know. I'm not that much of an industry professional, even though I do have an IMDb Pro account. Anyhow, we're learning on Udemy. We're learning After Effects because I never really worked with After Effects, a little bit, but only because I bought the book. I thought I was going to do more in broadcasting or somewhere along the lines, and we never did, which is part of my beef, I think, now. I'm like, I want a do-over. But I can't. We can't be doing over. We can only be going forward, and so that means I have my own road to hoe as far as going into the future. I'll be getting my master's degree. That's right, master's degree. Mike master's degree in entertainment business. So I guess we're gonna see what challenges lie there and going forward, and who we all could be if we had just accepted the future given to us by Gavin Newsom. Yes, easy ease. There's a thing to help with motion blur on motion graphics and After Effects. It's called Easy Ease. And so all I do is sit here and just kind of rock back and forth, going easy ease, easy ease, easy ease, easy ease, easy ease. Easy ease, easy ease, easy ease, easy ease, easy ease. Oh, who am I? Oh, well, that's all we know, really, for sure. We can't. Easy ease. Oh my God, I'm changing. Easy ease. Easy ease. Oh, easy ease. Easy ease. Easy ease. Oh, easy ease. Easy ease. Easy ease. I got new, look at it. Ooh, you can see it kind of shimmer. So I got a new set of core books, D&D 5th edition core books. This is the Dungeon Master's Guide. They all have the same covers, but they got a foil to them so they all look metallic. And then finally, I bought another copy of Eberron. I figure we're all trapped here. We're trapped here because Gavin Newsom won't let us leave. So I bought another, even though I got this, it's packed away. But so I think Christmas we're gonna do something extra special and play D&D with me as Dungeon Master and your guide into Dungeons and Dragons. Welcome to Dave Does Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons. It's gonna be one of the greatest things ever. It's gonna be a bumpy ride, but it'll be worth it. Dungeons and Dragons. David does Dungeons and Dragons. It's gonna be a bumpy ride, but it's gonna be worth it. Dungeons and Dragons. Look at how cool the cover of this book is. It's got a lich on it. It's got a lich. This is the thing that was supposed to be in Ready Player One, the movie, but wasn't. It was in the book. They didn't even consult with Gavin Newsom about it, whether or not they could even have a lich. I think his name is Esposito. I think that's his name. I think that's what they're calling him nowadays. So he was in the original Tomb of Horrors. I think that's what they were calling it back then, the thing. Now it's Horrors Tomb something. They put it all in another book, which I also have back in my stash of role-playing game paraphernalia. Dude, if you don't want your kids to have a drug habit, indulge their imagination with Dungeons and Dragons. Get them into Satan. That's what will do it. That's what will bring them around, keep them out of drugs, whoring, video games, podcasting, vlogging, TikToking, Pinterest, social media, launching marketing brands for your latest endeavor or enterprise. That's what the future is now, people. It's all everybody trying to make some high glossy, high finish of gloss looking. It's all about people trying to make a super glossy finish on things that they don't know really anything about. They just want to look cool and manageable, have a sweet resume with a few good headshots. And then, just then, maybe they'll get offered a job working for Neiman Marcus or something, Macy's, looking at security camera work and editing stuff together so they can bust a few perps that showed up just to go shopping. That's right. They're doing things the wrong way. I probably shouldn't be talking bad about Neiman Marcus. Actually, didn't they file for bankruptcy? I think they did. Hold on, one more time. It's a lich. In case you didn't know what it was a lich named Esposito. Lich. And this is Eberron. This is a campaign setting. It's a very thick one. But I think there's going to be some good stuff in it. And it's going to be something that's going to be pliable with my own imagination. It'll be using my imagination to apply it. And in applying it to the Eberron campaign setting. I'll be able to do things that not a whole lot of people other than those that are really into Dungeons and Dragons have ever done. And that's create an environment solely by using my imagination and conveying that into my players, the adventurers on my campaign. These adventuring bodies will get really, really deep into perilous circumstances and unfortunate events. But ultimately, their motivation will be towards the goal or a treasure, some sort of MacGuffin. It doesn't really matter what it is. As long as the party goes towards it and the camaraderie and morale is definitely lifted, bound, galvanized between the fellowship of adventurers. I know, this all sounds like, what? You can do this? Yes. solely by looking deep within yourself and using your mind. You can spend $100 and buy the core Dungeons and Dragons books and learn to play with your friends. Spend another $10 and get 5 sets of dice, get 5 friends, maybe even a girl, and have them come over and play some Dungeons and Dragons. Just like on the hit Netflix TV show Stranger Things, or on the hit 1982 movie by Steven Spielberg, E.T. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta know. And just remember, this is a lich. Lich. It's an evil witch, king, queen. It's a lich. Lich. Just say it. Just say it out loud with me, people. Lich. 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 Look at the lich. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it shimmering in the light. The light that you can't see but is always there, deep inside in the bowels of Moria. When the Balrog sleeps in its own fiery waste. Do Balrogs just burn their own shit? Like, how does that work? Does it come out already kind of like ashy? You know? Is it like a snake? Like when it comes out? Is it like Curly Q? Like when the Balrog's all... And Gandalf's, you shall not pass. In the meantime, there's this little... coming out of the Balrog's butthole. You gotta wonder these things. Sometimes. You know, I wonder if J.R.R. Tolkien is like sitting there. He's, where are these Balrog's demon from the lower pits of Moria? I wonder if maybe he's what his poop's like. If you can burn his own poop. I mean, because they had to be well, maybe not. They probably just pooped in the hole. I wonder how they did that, man. Because it wasn't like they had backhoes. Like in World War One. I mean, I guess they just shit. Yeah, I guess that was part of the problem. Was probably shitting in the trenches. Because, like, all the poop and the piss has got to go somewhere. Oh my god, that is foul when you think about it. That is really... Well, yeah, I've seen it, kind of. Well, not like that bad, but yeah. Oh my god. Sometimes you just gotta wonder about things. You gotta wonder about liches. So yes, I'm gonna be making my own campaign here soon for Christmas. Okay. Well, anyhow, welcome back to another episode of I Know My First Name is David. And I'm here in Orange County, California, trying to figure out where my life is going. But, like I said, I've been going on Glassdoor. I've been going on Glassdoor daily, submitting 3 to 5 resumes to everyone who is anyone in the industry. Pixar, Apple, Netflix, just to name a few. Where's it got me? Nowhere. Just learning Udemy classes. Udemy. I've been learning Udemy classes, like trying to get ahead on motion graphics because most of the editing jobs want that, and the school did not give me that, even though that was what I was originally going to be doing. It doesn't matter. We're moving forward. So I'm taking Udemy classes so I can get brushed up on that. So when I go to an interview, I'll be like, hey, bro. Hey, brah. We're professionals here, right? Brah. Like, you need me as much as I need you. Maybe even more so. Because I have something that no one else has. My imagination. My distinct and personal way of doing things. My way of looking deep within inside my own heart and mind and conveying sympathies that only only great people like Abraham Lincoln, Teddy Roosevelt, and maybe even Jesus Christ have ever really held as far as how much I love humanity, and I feel on a daily basis we are doing the right things as far as concreting humanity's role in history. Whether it be for better or for worse, humanity will have played a role in the evolution of this planet Earth. And some days, when I'm trying not to think about all of us dying in a fiery shit heap, I look to my friends. Now that I have friends again, friends, it's been so long since I've had friends. Like to actually call friends that I go over to their house and sleep over. We get up and watch movies and tell jokes, play Dungeons and Dragons together, look for jobs, give each other advice on cybersecurity issues or how to edit, things, or whether or not, not being afraid to tell your best friend that he's kind of an old lady because his favorite treats to make are peanut brittle and pecan bars. But you do it because it's finally time to have friends again and to be and to be friendly and have family and to not be afraid anymore of what the future might bring, because Gavin Newsom's here to take care of us. That's what people really aren't looking at. They're not seeing that Gavin Newsom knows what's best and why being the nephew of Nancy Pelosi makes him the best person to be taking care of all of us inside his womb. Well, not inside his womb. Wouldn't it be weird if he was like a big insect and he had like the population of California like in his big egg sack and he's all like, and he just kind of like sits somewhere like up in Sacramento, like inside the Capitol is like him. And then like everybody's like, but it's like virtual reality. It's like, unfortunately, it's just way too much Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom, the insect. See it live. Okay, Gavin Newsom. Well, this has been a whole lot of nonsense, but it's been good nonsense. It's been the kind of nonsense that I haven't said in a while, and I don't think any of you guys have really heard me do since I got back here into California on the West Coast here again, versus the other California, which I guess kind of would be Florida, but it's like really tiny. It's like if you boil down everything bad about California into one little tiny... I don't even want to think about Florida. It's nothing compared to California. California is like... It might be batshit crazy, but it's still the greatest place on earth. I can't deny it. It's like this place is magical. And it's loving. Because Gavin Newsom knows what's best for us. He's going to hold us in his hand. Gavin Newsom's going to hold us in his hand. He's got all of California in his hand, Gavin Newsom. He's got the whole state in his egg sack. What if he's got like weird mandibles and it's all like clicks? That's what you see when you're not actually looking at Gavin Newsom, but you're around the corner and he can like shed his face. And he's like... It's very, very thing-like. Very thing-like. And it's just something you gotta see to believe, really. You just gotta feel it. Because when he turns a corner and he's like... Because he can let his guard down. So you're not seeing him be the overbearing insectoid. His gender's fluid. That's what they don't tell you about insectoids. They're like gender's fluid. They can go back and forth all day long. So that's why he can be both Gavin Newsom and his aunt Nancy Pelosi. Like, he can change shape from a governor to a member of Congress. You know, that's pretty impressive. You know, when he becomes, you know, Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, at the same time. And nobody would ever, you couldn't, like, actually fight it. You couldn't, you know? How would you prove something like that? You can't. You would have to stake out both Gavin Newsom and Nancy Pelosi at the same time. And that would be really weird. You know? Unless maybe somehow their insectoid powers gives them the ability to, like, fold space-time, and they can, like, teleport from one part of the world to the other. Maybe even parts of the universe nobody's even suspected of being real. That could all happen recklessly inside Gavin Newsom's garage, where there's probably scientists sitting around trying to look at test tubes, getting the code right before Gavin, before it's too late for Gavin. And Gavin, poor guy, he's not gonna be able to feel it when it comes to him. When they come knocking on his door, and he's like, "My name is Gavin Newsom," and they're like, "You know what? No one gives a shit, Gavin. You need to just be keeping on with your own biogenetic alterations. See you fluid gender insectoid." Or maybe it's not. Maybe Nancy and him actually have some kind of intimate insectoid affair. Because it's not going to matter. Like, incest doesn't matter when you're insects. Sex is brutal and can remain within the family. That's right. Sex is brutal. Gavin Newsom knows it. So does Nancy Pelosi. What could be happening here, people? What could be happening? I have no idea. But stay tuned. I'm sure there'll be more to this. So, anyhow, that's it for today. Remember, Gavin Newsom's got the whole state of California in his hand. Okay. Till next time.